right. Episode 27.
Yeah. So I have a question to start us off. Do you have a favorite number, Will? Like some people are like, oh, I like 7 because it's lucky or something. Do you have a favorite number?
Maybe 23.
Okay. Like Michael Jordan 23
Yeah.
or okay,
Yeah.
there you go. So my favorite number is 27. I don't know why, no reason. It just is. And like any time that I've played baseball or I attempted to play basketball one time, um, I just chose, you got to, because when you're a kid, you can pick whatever number you wanted. So I picked 27. And ever since, it's always been a thing. So if you see like my Twitter handle starts with 27,
Yeah.
there you go. And then 87, you can guess where that one comes from. So
probably your social security number.
That's what it is. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Social security are only 2 numbers. So
yeah. So 27, episode number 27 is my favorite number. This might be one of my favorite shows that we do this episode. We're going to run through all kinds of recap through Alexa Live. We've got some highlights and I wouldn't say lowlights, but just some things that popped up and some what I'm going to call clickbait. So I'm going to go on record saying that it's a little clickbaity, but we'll jump right into it. So did you have anything you want to bring up before we jump in, Will?
No, let's do it.
Let's do it. So
all right, so first off, I'm going to be sharing I'll share my screen here.
Great.
We don't have any audio, so I don't have to worry about that. But this is going back to the Alexa Live website. I will share all the links with everyone out there. But if you scroll down, you can watch some stuff that is on demand. There's a resources section, but then there's the blog section, and that's where we're actually going to live today, right in this blog section. I don't know what I was trying to do with that, but anyways, first off, there was a lot to
ton.
share.
A ton.
I only attended the skills videos.
Okay.
Live videos or live, not live videos.
So you did the ones that were like drive skill engagement and retention.
Anything that have to do with skills itself. I didn't go to the Matter ones, or which Matter is like for device development and also other device things.
Yeah. So you didn't go to the smartwatches section or anything like that then?
Oh, did you?
I did. I visited that one. I actually did that one. I did that one live, but then I came back to a lot of the skill ones. So getting to watch these on demand and see what I missed and caught up on. And some of these I found interrelated to one another too. Like some of the APIs that came out kind of tied into some of the other sections too. So it was pretty neat. But
yeah,
I did go to the Alexa on smartwatches one. That one caught my attention pretty quick, just because I mentioned about a few weeks ago with the Google Assistant and Siri and things being more mobile, and I'd like to see something like that. Well, here that popped up.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Anything else about it you could tell us about that was about?
Just that they're really starting to push this mobile space. I don't know if they were maybe watching me or something, but a lot of the points that I brought up with wanting to be more mobile with my Alexa services really came into play. So a lot of it was third parties jumping in on it. So Fitbit and even your Android Wear type stuff, starting to be able to like tie into these types of things. Cool. But features was part of it too. You know, right now, even on your phone, kind of, unless you can set, I know Google phones, Android phones, you can kind of do it a little bit, but I don't know that you can really do it on iPhones as far as setting Alexa as your default. So just kind of pushing those types of things too. And then kind of thinking about the experience on such a small screen and tying that together with voice, you know. So yeah, it was a good experience on that one. I enjoyed it, and it's one of those things that I'd like to see. I'm fairly confident that it'll happen, and that these third-party manufacturers will push this stuff. Like they'll make the hardware for it, and then us as developers can kind of piggyback on that and develop for it. So it's actually something that I'm giving some thought to, but I need to really spend the time and figure out what I would want to do specifically for a smartwatch. You know, some of the skills, like your weather skills, I could see easily translating onto this, but it would also be kind of fun to do Cards of Wonder on the go. Or do you know what I mean? Now, if since we have the developer here, I don't know how you would do it. We would have to really sit down and think about that. As far as, would you have one card show, and then you would have to like pop back and forth. It'd be tricky. Some of the display.
I forget how I do it on a dot or a spot or
a dot.
A little round one.
The dots, yeah.
I have one, and I haven't played it in a long time on it. So I don't know. I don't know how that would work. But it'd be like these tiny. Have you ever seen those micro cards, like game cards? They come in a little pack like this big.
Oh,
that's what it'd be like.
Right.
These little cards. Battle.
Yep. I was even thinking like favicons, like
oh yeah,
you know, like that tiny type thing. But
yeah, maybe that's what I would do. I would make my own favicons, and they would battle. Maybe that's a new skill. That's a whole new skill.
There you go. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff coming down the line on that, and I'm definitely glad that I watched that one live, because
that's very interesting. Did they talk about the Amazon Halo View or whatever it's called?
So not that I remember.
Okay.
Because I was also watching chat a lot too, and there was some really good conversation going on in chat, with, you know, potential avenues and people getting super excited about things, and just having conversations about what already existed versus what they could kind of bring forward with what already existed. You know, how they could build upon what existed, I guess is a better way to say that. But I do wish that the chat was part of these on-demand videos, because there was such good conversation, and that's just one more reason that if you're a developer or you have any inkling of interest in this stuff, to definitely put in the time to jump in. It was fantastic. For sure. You know, I saw Chris, who was on 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I saw him in the chats, you know, said hi to him, and, you know, it was kind of cool to meet people again in the community, and different names that you come across, different Alexa champions, those types of things. It was fantastic. But awesome. Yeah, Alexa on smartwatches, I'm pretty excited for. That was one that I really wanted to pay attention to.
Very cool.
So,
like I said, I mainly did the all the skill stuff. The biggest things that got me excited was the APL documentation actually should bring that up. I don't have that brought up yet. But
I took so many notes and pieces and parts of things. Like I had a notebook sitting beside me while you're pulling this up. I'll just explain.
I cannot do a regular search anymore.
Uh-oh. The Googles don't like you.
I can't do a search in the browser. I have to open up Google, then look up.
Oh, okay. Well, while you do that, I'll explain my process real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I had a notebook sitting beside me, and the way that Alexa Live works was that you could schedule where you wanted to be for what session. And so it kind of gave you a little bit of an agenda. So I picked all of my sessions that I thought that sounded pretty neat and that I wanted to go to. Had this notebook, and I would just have like a heading, and I just started making notes and outlines. And then they'd talk about, this, we'll get into it a little bit, but Alexa Ambient Home. And there were 5 APIs that they were running through. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like scribbling down the name of this one and just a little note about what it did. And then scribbling down this next one and what it did. That way I could go back later and try and research some of this or look for it in the docs. So it was pretty good. But speaking of docs,
you did a lot better job than I did. See, what I did is open up all the windows, but then I had to close them all because my computer was being stupid. So I lost them all.
I getcha. Well, speaking of documentation, you got some pulled up now.
Yeah, so here we go. This is what I was talking about. I will share this link. It is just the documentation at developer.amazon.com, blah, 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 blah.
Yep. And this is for APL specifically.
And this is for APL, which if you don't know what APL is, that is the visual language for Alexa. It's called Alexa Presentation Language. And I forgot to mute you. I'm sorry. You can just go away. Stop.
Yeah.
Quit. All right. So this is all dynamic over here. So if I can type pink, we got a pink box.
There you go. Yep.
And you can totally play around in here. So the reason for this is, so it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever been to that horrible sorry, I had an announcement go over.
Sorry.
So anyways,
that horrible what?
Web developer site. I can't remember, but it's you can do CSS in the browser like this.
Oh, like
so that's what they're trying to do, is be able to show you what you can do with a container and actually play with it. You can go down to here. Let's go to video, because I was playing around with video earlier today. Let's see if we got one.
Yeah, while you find that, it was kind of like CodePen. So CodePen has like a section for your HTML, section for your CSS, and a section for your JavaScript. And then you can on the fly make these changes and then like run it, and it'll compile it or whatever and show you your output. And that's kind of what's going on here in these docs, is that you can in real time make changes, play with something, adjust it as you need to. And what I thought was cool was that people are going to start throwing these up on their GitHub. You could pull down some, or even like we talked about before last week, APL Ninja, all that code and stuff is just right there. You could take that, throw it into this, and just tweak it as you need to, or experiment or play. Really, really helps you when you're trying to learn this stuff or get your head around some of the concepts.
So I had a humongous announcement battle between my wife and my son.
Well, you're
They
popular.
like to announce to everyone what's going on. So I had to mute myself. I cannot find another box. As soon as I found one box, I can't find another one now.
What was?
But
There was one on containers. There was one. Was there one on text? I thought there might have been. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Might be a liar on stream. I thought there was one.
I know I've seen more than one.
Yeah.
But anyways, there are more, and I'm guessing they're going to be even more sooner than later. Maybe there's one on the base properties one.
That would make sense.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
There's another one.
Yeah, perfect.
And also you can switch up your. Here's a round one. Look at that. That doesn't look round. Oh, that's small.
Small, yeah.
That's round.
There you go. And doesn't that kind of look like a watch?
Yep. That's why I did that. But yeah. So you can play around with all this kind of stuff. And so not to self-promote, but it's part of my show. But so I was working on Space Marauders, and I cannot emphasize how important a responsive design for your APL is. And there are tons of resources here. And if you don't have, you can't figure it out, you can always at me. I'll love to help you out. But yeah, I was going through every one of these sizes besides round. I gave up on round. That and also tall. I'm not developing for what is it? Not landscape.
Portrait mode shows.
I'm not
15s.
I'm not doing portrait, mobile, or the 15-footer. But anyways, I was just trying to say is make sure you're doing some responsive design when you're making your APL. But so yeah. So this is was one of my favorite announcements. The other one was APL, but it wasn't what I expected. I'm actually pulling up it now to show everyone.
Yeah. Well, you do that.
So,
oh, sorry.
I can. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you do that. I was going to make mention of they had some interesting buffer videos at the beginning of Alexa Live. So they went through some of these different devices and things, and one of them that caught my eye, and I think yours as well, Will, was how do we pronounce it? It was the wooden board.
Oh yes,
it was the Moi.
I have no idea.
I need to figure out how to say it before I actually talk about it, but it was really cool. It was just, when it was blank, it looked just like a piece of wood. And
hanging on the wall.
And you could customize it in so many different ways, and it would interact with voice, and it was pretty neat. I'll have to find that while we're talking about this.
Yeah, for sure. Please do. It was a little expensive, but so I have 13.
He has 13 pizzas sitting on his desk right now, and you can't see them, but they're there. But there were also some really good videos from Jeff Blankenberg. He had actually went to different developers. Question of the Day was one of them, and just kind of got their perspective on how they develop and why they develop for Alexa, pros and I don't really think anybody had too many cons, but they were just excited to really build for the platform. It was kind of neat just to hear a real world experience than just, us two talking about our experiences or guests that we have on, but actual larger name developers. Or one of the other ones was the Labrador. And I think Will remembers this one too. It was pretty neat. And the fact that it was a whole hardware system tied into the Alexa platform where it would deliver things to you. It had its own loading tray, and then kind of like this movable cabinet, basically, that would come to your location. It was pretty neat. That was the Labrador. I'm still looking for this piece of wood, this magical piece of wood. So
nice.
If you want to talk about multimodal,
I think we're done with the announcement battle, but you never know. So I have 13 screens that I've made for Space Marauders so far, and that's not all of them. But anyways, so this right here, the Create Response Builder, I actually have not built anything with it, but I can just open it up and show everyone. So, excuse me, you can pick one of these templates, which I didn't know it was going to be only templates. I want more than just templates.
Yeah.
I want custom templates. I want to be able to customize. So we'll see. Maybe the customize actually allows us to do that. So since I like doing stuff with video, we'll go to this video tab. So then this is what I expected. Just like on Blueprints, they have a certain thing that you can customize. You can customize the background.
Yep.
The header, what it says, and subtext. And then if you're going to have a small icon. See, maybe it's just me, but I never thought an icon of the skill that you're already on was very necessary. Why do you need to tell the user that you're using their skill if they're already using your skill?
Right.
So I never understood.
You're constantly interacting with it. You know what you're with. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't need my wife to wear a name tag because I'm with her. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of concept. Maybe I do. I don't know.
It seems like for me, this is just my opinion. So if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But anyways, I think you're wasting space of the screen.
Yep.
You could be doing whatever else with the screen. But like I said, so just my opinion.
A lot of times you and I are on the same page, Will, because I saw this and I thought that's wasted real estate that I could potentially be using. So we didn't have this conversation beforehand, but it's funny how often our views kind of align on this stuff.
That's why we do what we do.
I guess so. I mean, I don't have the eye for design that I think you have, but even I picked up on this one. I'm thinking that just seems kind of odd. I could do something else with that.
Right.
So, yeah. But
so then you have these. What is these? Oh, it's it's like a multiple movies, and it has a slider. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was rewind and fast forward. Not
that was like play next versus last one or whatever. Yeah. Yep.
So which you can also, like on your all the other ones. You can see what it looks like on.
Yep, all your different sizes.
Wow, they have like a full size.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That I feel.
Don't think I would want that.
That's how you open your TikTok skill, Will. That's how you get your TikTok dose or addiction fed. You throw it on your 15 portrait mode, and you're just TikToking it away. That's what happened.
Nice.
But yeah, I know. I saw that too.
But then you go to you have to hit the right button, and then try it out, and then here it is where you can like look at it and whatnot and play with it, or not play with it. Yeah, play with it. Yeah,
test it out. Give
that's
it the
right. Go forward, go backwards, whatnot. Hit play, hit stop, all that kind of stuff. You can also use the scroll bar. I don't know what that
scrubber.
Scrubber?
Is that what they call it? A scrubber? You scrub to a certain point in the video. I don't know. Yeah.
And then like you can in the other ones, you can send it, and then what's done? I don't know what it's done. Integrate this response into skill.
Yep.
Create a visual response and edit and authoring to what? You will not be able to open this response in Response Builder anymore. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That could be a thing.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to regret this, but we'll see. Before you test your skill and new response, you must build the interaction model, APL interface, blah, 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 blah.
Right. So you could build later versus,
Oh, and then it has like a example of the handler.
Yeah.
That you can just copy this data sources this add directive section that goes to this doc. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, I noticed that.
So, I mean, we could play around with this more and more, but
all day.
I just wanted to little test it out and show everyone what to expect, because they really breezed past through this when they were showing it. So
yeah, this section or this topic, they had a lot that they covered. And I need to check my notes again. But was this when they brought up that other tool that was? I'm not sure if you saw this part, Will. There was a tool. I'd have to go back real quick. That was kind of similar to what was in the docs with kind of real-time changes. And I thought that was being implemented in the developer console as well. And I need to check my notes. So I will get back to everybody on that. But I did find the MUI, MUI lab. I threw this in the private chat.
Okay.
And this is that piece of wood, but really, really cool. If you want to bring that up, I'm going to check something out real quick.
Here it is. Yeah, so this, let's see if they have a little video. This, you could also see this on Alexa Live. There's no sound because I don't have any sound enabled. I'm just showing off the board itself. Excuse me. They started a 2-minute timer. So this is what is going on with the 2-minute timer. So each dot is like a second, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Which is pretty amazing.
I did find what I wanted to talk about. I made a mistake on the name, but yeah, this piece of wood, pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Like you said, it's a little expensive right now. I'm not sure how I would integrate it right now, but I am remodeling my home office, so
nice.
Yeah, you might see this in the background. I don't know. We'll see. But the next thing I wanted to bring up along the lines of all these tools that we're getting to create these skills was the skill quality coach. Do you remember this, Will? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
That was kind of neat.
That actually went along with the Skill Developer Accelerator Program, SDAP, they're calling it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to talk about it, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So the skill quality coach, it kind of gave you these step-by-step, I guess we'll give them recommendations, or they called them insights, is what I wrote down, insights. And it would say something like, your skill had used the fallback intent on this, and this. Maybe you should improve here, here, and here. Or it would say something like, you don't have multimodal capabilities on your skill. You might want to do that. Or it would give you these different recommendations that it kind of learned from other successful skills.
Yep.
To give you those recommendations about what you could do for your own skill. Like maybe in skill purchases is something that you should include, and it would almost be like in this section, it was pretty good at picking it out. And they showed some graphs. It was, what do my notes say? I have a skill quality score is what I wrote down. It was on like a scale of 0 to 5, and it made up of like different features, and I kept scribbling, so I got to read my own handwriting. But it was things like skill design features for multimodal and voice responses, voice model coverage, and I think the voice model coverage was the one that had to do with understanding the customer's voice, and when it used that fallback intent, that Amazon.fallback intent, if you're familiar with that, is when it got put into play, that it would kind of ping that and say, here's an area where you could improve. Had also things like endpoint health and content richness and personalization. So from that, it was kind of almost a conversations aspect where it would maybe suggest like you could use a personalized piece here or something. They gave a couple examples, and at this point in time, I remember getting sucked into a conversation in the chat. So it was kind of like back and forth between, oh wait, what did they say? And then I was still typing and things like that. So definitely, if you get a chance to reread that section or watch that video on demand, it'd be worth it. But it was a really good tool that I think could be taken advantage of. Oh, hey, Oxygen Box.
Hey, Oxygen Box. So I totally agree with you here. They should require a minimum score as a way to control standards for the skill store and rid it of garbage.
Yep.
I agree with you. Although, my first Marvel skills would not make it then, because I don't think they even have a score. I'm pretty sure I checked them all, and those two didn't have a score.
Yeah. And that was something else that was neat too, is that this tool exists not just for the things going forward, but for pre-existing. You know what I mean?
Yes, pre-existing live skills.
Right, live skills, correct.
Yeah.
Which is nice. You don't have to kind of redo things and whatnot. Oxygen Box has none of his none of my skills had scores, really.
Yeah. Do you have any users on your skills? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, because even Powers Fighter has some stuff, and I don't have that many players on it. Maybe like 10 people a day at
Okay.
most.
Yeah.
But I probably still have daily players.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, so sorry. Real quick, Oxygen Box, kind of curious what sessions you had attended, if you wanted to throw those in chat, if you had any thoughts, comments on the ones that you attended. But part of that, excuse me, that skill quality coach also took into like the customer experience portion. So there was that separate section that talked about like the customer habits, like which parts of your skill are being used more than others and things. Like you could kind of get that graph of what did they have? I'm actually going to pull that up real quick. Engaged, potential, unengaged, lapsed, fans, I think it was. Fans, engaged, potential, unengaged, and lapsed. Those were those were the criteria or something that they had shown on the video. And it's kind of neat because you could take that and even break that down into A and B testing too. So if you had like that A and B testing active on your skill, and you could do it two different ways and then see which one had the most engagement and stuff. This was just another tool to really break that down a little bit more.
Yeah, but with the A and B testing, you have to have a certain amount of traffic.
Yes. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true.
I was kind of mad.
They don't tell you that right away.
No, I was all set. I was like ready to pull the trigger on Powers Fighter A/B testing, and they're like, "Oh, you don't have enough traffic." I was like, "Well, that's why I'm trying to do it."
Yeah, this is why I'm trying to get that traffic. Yeah, this is how. Yeah.
Most of my skills have some regular traffic. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I don't know. Is it? Did they say was it rollout? I thought it was just flip the switch and everybody.
That is true. It is not all skills wide. Skills wide. All skills.
Yeah.
It is also only United States.
Mm-hmm.
They said that today in office hours that it is a select right now, but they soon will be rolling out to more.
Yeah, I need to get myself into office hours more often. But while we're on that topic, very quickly, before you jump into this skill developer accelerator program, or what they call SDAP, I did see a lot of chatter in the chat of US only, US only. Oh boy, when's this rolling out? And there were all these questions of, well, when's it coming to India? When's it coming to the UK? Yeah. These things. And those are definitely valid questions. I understand why they can't do this like full on rollout. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I definitely feel for everybody in other areas of the world, So, but
for sure,
they say it's coming. That's what in the chat, they said, definitely going to roll out. It's coming. It'll be there, what have you. So time will tell. But did you want to jump into poor Oxygen Box?
Dang, Oxygen Box.
I'm taking
I hope not.
I'm rubbing it in your face. I'm just like, hey, look at this. And I'm sorry. Sending you a message. Oh man. So did you want to jump into this?
So SDAP, yeah. They actually teased us like back in December last year about this. Mm-hmm. They're gonna change the increase in revenue share to 80-20.
For less than $1 million revenue or something like that. There was some
less than $1 million revenue.
Yeah.
I can't believe I actually don't make $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Wow. I mean, we'll talk. We'll get you up there. like
All
me.
right. Okay. But anyways, so that's pretty cool. And then there is, then they're throwing another 10% to help promote your skills when promoted, I can't talk, promoted skills, promoted skills comes out later this year or next year.
Right. Right. And
what was that?
Sorry. So with that extra 10%, that wasn't going to your pocket. That was going towards, was it like ads and things like that?
So the extra after 80%, yeah, that is going towards helping promote your skills.
Okay, right. That wasn't going to my pocket, and then I would put that toward. It was they were doing it on your behalf, type of thing. Is how I understood that.
Yeah. Yep. So let's say you have $10 every month. You'll have $12 in marketing by 1 year.
There you go. Raking it in, playing the long game.
I will have maybe $1. But anyways, it's still pretty cool that they increased the revenue share to 80/20. And then also the back to the skill quality coach.
Yes. Yep.
There will be incentives for the select and premier. There will be incentives for the select and premier tier. So if you have a skill quality score above a 3 and max obviously is a 5, you will get some type of monetary incentive. Not sure if that's going back to the
credits,
AWS credits, or if it's actual cash in someone's pocket.
Yeah,
no idea what it is.
There was chatter again in the chat of how that was going to work, but there weren't any answers to it. So
I don't think they even know,
right?
Or they don't want to share yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna maybe do a prediction. I'm thinking it'll be back to the credit system, because it all ties into the platform, and that was kind of, I don't know if you got this feel, but that was kind of the overarching feel that I got. Like the narrative was, hey, we are trying to build the Alexa platform. We're giving it a renewed focus. We're serious about, the Alexa voice platform. Here's what we're doing. We're bringing in third parties. We're bringing in all these different new tools. Here's ways that we're going to incentivize all the developers, both the little guy and the Disneys, the Walmarts, those types of things. That's the kind of feel that I got out of Alexa Live this year, was a renewed energy, a renewed focus, and a little bit, which was really nice, for the developers in kind of giving back to them a little bit. And like we talked a little bit about off stream, was ads. I don't know if you want to talk about that real quick, Will.
We can just jump right into it since it's getting close to the.
Sure. We could make this a 4-hour stream easily.
We could.
But so with some of this developer incentive and really growing the platform, I guess what Amazon had found was that I don't think anything plateaued. I know there was growth. Like that's something they really, really stressed, was that there's growth on the platform, but they really want to start bringing in more. They want more user retention, I think was one of the phrases that they used. And so they were giving all these tools to developers to help with user retention. And I don't know if you can hear my air conditioning just kicked on.
Oh, is that what was? I
you
thought
can
it
hear
was
that
on my end.
Oh no, that's me. Give me 1 second. I'll turn that off. But if you want to jump into this real quick,
so
about
I
the
actually
sky,
didn't read this,
okay,
but
give me 1 second.
yeah. Uh, uh, but they want to start putting in ads, like Kevin was saying, and some of it would be actual skill ads, which I'm all about. Even though I spend more money than I gain, I still would try to advertise my skills on this platform, no doubt. I've been asking this for probably 3 years now.
Yeah.
And I finally might get it back in the end of this year, or first quarter of 2023.
Right. US
Um,
only right now, but yeah.
Also, was that?
I think this was US only as well, wasn't it? I think this had a focus on US for ad popping up. Was that
Not
right?
sure.
I thought so. Don't quote me, guys, but I
I'm
thought
not
so.
sure.
Um,
I could also probably see if they say anything on this
yeah, if you can,
drive growth. I think it was here.
yeah,
Promoted skills.
yeah, if you can find that, I'll explain a little bit. I don't know if you had made mention of this, but as soon as they announced some of these developer incentives and promotions of ads, or well, yeah, basically promotion of ads because it's promoting these skills, the clickbait headlines just instantly popped up. I mean, it was like the sky is falling, it's terrible, cats and dogs living together type of things. It was just, this is terrible. And, they'd get people interviewing that would say, I didn't buy my Alexa device to have ads pop up on it. But it's not really that. I mean, there are ads and they will potentially show up on your home screen, right? But and they've kind of tested a little bit of this with some of the follow-ups. Like if you ask for the weather and then it says, oh, so you can also ask me to do A, B, and C. It's kind of similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But and there's the right way and the wrong way to do ads, right? So everybody's been on the web and you go to a site and all of a sudden you're reading an article and this like massive full page ad
Right
pops
here.
up.
This
Yeah,
is so whole site is covered in ads. We have
ex-
ad. Here's another
exactly.
ad. Yeah, so
So
it's
there's
not
a
going to be as bad as the web.
no, and there's right ways and wrong ways to do it, and I think that Amazon is very cognizant of that and will implement these in the appropriate way that both showcase and give ideas,
Mhm.
because it is difficult sometimes, and I would say that the majority of Alexa users, this is just me speculating, I don't have numbers, but I would say that the majority of users don't go to Amazon, like the Alexa skill store, and pick up these skills. A lot of this comes from word of mouth, and a lot of it comes from
Yep.
just uh, things that they hear of or recommendations from people. But Oxygen Box, you beat me to it. Big companies can dominate the ad space. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I agree with you, Oxygen Box, but there are programs, advertising programs, been out there for eons. Um, well, maybe not eons, but at least many years.
Millennia. Not quite eons, but
That
millennia.
actually still allow or get the small guys some time and space, and they won't uh charge the small guys an arm and a leg,
Mm,
like they do the big companies,
yeah.
or I don't know how it'll work with this with Amazon and Alexa, but
Mm,
I'm guessing they're gonna have uh that worked out, so the big companies aren't dominating like
yeah.
they already do
Yeah.
right now. without ads.
So my only concern with this, and well, maybe not only, but my biggest concern with it is I want it to be smart. I want targeted ads for me.
Oh yeah,
because
100.
Let's say I buy. Okay, if I buy something, and the Amazon's guilty of this, if I buy a vacuum cleaner on Amazon, right? I start getting these follow-up emails about, hey, you bought this vacuum cleaner. Do you want to see other vacuum cleaners? Like, no, I don't. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Like, I don't want to see more of that. I bought the one that I bought. I don't need another one.
How did you know I'm starting up a cleaning service?
I just had a feeling in my gut. But I want it to be smart. If I find a word game on there, I want it to know that, okay, he doesn't need necessarily another word game, but he likes this genre of trivia or
games.
If he likes these RPG ones, okay, let's show him some other RPGs, maybe from a similar the same developer, or whatever. I want it to be smart is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I don't want it to just be ads for the sake of ads, and I think that ties into what Oxygen Box is saying too. Like, I don't want to see Mickey Mouse ads all the time because Disney has more money than, so and so who has just a smaller skill. I want to be able to get a wide variety. I want to cast a large net. So, but I'm not concerned about ads on my screens in the way that a lot of these clickbait headlines are saying that, oh no, you're the device that you paid for, and now all you're going to see is ads, and you're going to be interacting with a skill, and you need to know what the weather is, and it's going to jump in and throw, oh, by the way, we have a traffic report for this skill. You want to go to it now? Like, no, I just want the weather. Those things aren't going to be happening. So people need to take a deep breath, realize that it's not this invasive thing, and then of course it brought up all the privacy concerns again of, I'm talking about dog food, now I'm going to see all these ads for dog food. It's just not the case. So, but anytime that you're dealing with ads, people get a little uneasy. So but yeah, Alexa Live, fantastic. We might have to do like a part 2 or something, because I think we barely scratched the surface.
We barely scratched the surface. That is true.
Yeah, so maybe next week we'll do another follow-up, or maybe even half a show of a follow-up. We'll see what we have on the agenda, but
sounds good.
Some really good stuff came out of it. If you get the opportunity, take a look, dig through some of those videos on demands, those types of things. So, nice. Look at that. But yeah, so I think we'll kind of switch into our Bean of the Week, but I'm really excited what came out of Alexa Live. I know all of these developer conferences, everybody all gets hyped up and they get excited and everything. But this year, it really got me. Like, it spoke to me in a way of like, okay, now's the time to get serious on this. Instead of dabbling, I need to make time to sit down, to really focus on something, put my skills to use, put these tools to use. This skill quality coach. I mean, I want to create a skill, and I want to almost think of it as a game. Like, I want to be able to get those 5s, and see. Just kind of work out all the bugs. I want to focus on one skill and make it really, 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 really well done. So, but yeah, I don't know if you had any other closing thoughts on Alexa Live.
No, you pretty much covered it. It was a great day, and it did also get me pumped. Obviously, because I was telling everyone about Space Marauders, how I was working on Space Marauders. also that day I worked on Cards of Wonder and Powers Fighter all in one day.
Yeah. So
I
you were
couldn't
switching back and
focus.
forth.
But no, it was great. I loved it. So I'll jump into my bean of the week.
Sure.
This is kind of 100% promoting my stuff
Okay.
on on OpenSea.
Oh,
Many
okay.
people
Yeah.
might not know what OpenSea is. Yes, this is an NFT.
Mm-hmm.
You can hate me if you really do. Whatever. I created this. It is, I thought, a nice work of art.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3D model on a grid, a red grid with a space background. I did whatever it is, five of these, one for each infinity stone.
Oh, nice.
This one is reality
Right.
stone. So I decided to put it out on auction
Mm-hmm.
for US dollars, only for $5. I mean, come on, people.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty
It's only
cool.
$5. But yes, it is an NFT. But I actually made all these last year when this was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing some work today on the Discord channel, which I don't promote at all. At all. I have a Discord channel. And I don't have a link ready, so you're not going to get it. But what was I saying? Yeah, I was working on that, and then they also have NFTs for that. So I was like looking into OpenSea again. I was like, oh, I gotta look at my NFTs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was
So
fun.
you just create an account. You don't have to pay anything to really get started. You kind of do, or
I believe that is correct.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I've done it.
Right.
So,
Right.
but to sell stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it's like eBay. If you
Okay.
sell something, if you put it up for auction, you have to pay a certain amount for the
Yeah.
auction
Little fee or something.
cost.
Yeah.
If you don't put it up for auction, it doesn't really cost you anything until it sells. Then
Okay.
it costs a certain amount,
Right.
I
So
believe.
you're not losing anything to have them posted there. So
No, you could just create them.
mhm. Right. And then when they do
Uh,
sell, then you would have that. Yeah.
so like all these, you could just create them, but they're just sitting there, not for
Gotcha.
sale or anything like that.
That makes
But
sense.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah, really cool. And that's OpenSea. Nice.
OpenSea. Yep.
Awesome. Well,
.io.
nice. Well, I'm kind of cheating on mine a little bit. My bean of the week.
Oh yeah.
It's ordered, but it hasn't come yet. And so, but I'm really excited about this. Mostly for the kids, not myself. But my bean of the week is this pocket fan, and it's USB and it charges and it lasts like 21 hours or something like that.
Wow.
Um, yeah, but
Oh,
it's
I forgot to share it.
oh, sorry. Yep, it's good. It folds up and it charges through USB and whatever, and it actually acts as a power bank too. So
What?
yeah, I always like these little gadget things, but
Yeah,
lately
that's
it's
neat.
been
That's
late.
perfect for like camping or
Yep, yep,
going to Disney World, whatever.
yeah. So it's I mean, United States, we're hitting, well, I think everywhere, but getting kind of a heat wave lately. And so last week it was 94 here for like
Mm.
2 or 3 days straight. And it was hot, you know. And the kids, we would go for a walk in the evening. And even the
Mm.
evening, it's still 80 degrees, right? And so the 2-year-old, she's hot or whatever. I thought, well, if she had one of these fans, I could just hang it in the stroller as I'm pushing it, and it'd be right there. Same thing if we go to an amusement park or even in the car or something like that. I thought this would be really, really cool. And I like to do some hiking and things like that. You know, it'd be kind of just have that power bank if I needed it too. So I picked up 2 of these, one for each kiddo. If I give them to them, we'll see. But I might keep it for myself. But I'm a big fan of these like little gadgets and things, and being that it kind of pulls double duty, I was excited to at least try it out. So should be here Thursday. So
cool.
Yeah, nothing too exciting. I don't know, why am I on a fan kick? Didn't I have a fan pick last week as far as like that Alexa fan? I had that for our spilling the beans. I think I had an Alexa controlled fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm on a heat wave kick, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
you're a big fan of gadgets.
A big fan of fans, yeah. So yeah, nothing too exciting, but I like these little things. So
neat.
Yeah. But episode 27 in the can. I really enjoyed Alexa Live. I mean, really good things came out of it, and more to unpack. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Oxygen Box, I just want to say, look out for an email from me. The rest of you, thank you all for watching or watching in the future. You can always at me on Twitter, which is WRONGHOLT. If you need some help with your APL, I'm all for it. Hit me up. Or if you just want to chat.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm same thing. Not the APL master here, but if you want to talk about Alexa Live, if we met in chat or anything, and you just want to say, "Hey, I remember you rambling," you know, feel free to reach out at KJEvans2787. So
nice.
But
all right, well, that is the 27th one in the books. We'll see you all next week. Same great podcast. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to work on that one.
We'll
see you next week, everyone.
Yeah, take care, everybody.